Hello, my friends. So every year now, I've been recording this annual behind the scenes channel and life update where I share what's been going on in my life and with the business and with how I've been feeling about things. And I just recorded the last one a month ago. But every time for the last 3 years when I'm about to record that video, I really want to talk about the topic of this video, which is how some of like the haters and the my competitors and stuff have been affecting me with some of the things they've been saying about me. And yeah, so in the weeks leading up to recording that video, I'm like, here's how I'm going to talk about it. And I'll kind of like have these painstaking, just like debates with myself over like if it's professional or like the best way to talk about it, or just putting so much pressure on myself to like talk about it in the right way. And really part of it is me being afraid to like be vulnerable or feeling particularly vulnerable when talking about dealing with some of the hate and stuff like that. So that's something I've been working through for the past few years. It's something I've still debated talking about, but in the past month or so, or a couple of months since I've been getting back into the content creation, y'all have been really supportive. And yeah, I feel like talking about it a little bit will help me connect better with some of y'all and help show y'all where I'm at. And I've been really enjoying the whole process of working out loud. So working out loud with like projects and showing you behind the scenes in some of the courses we're building. Like that's one of my favorite things to do as a content creator. So I figured it's like, I should lead by example also and show some of the feelings that you have to work through as a content creator and work out loud with that as well. Because I'm sure some of y'all have dealt with, some haters or trolls or some situations like that if you've been into content creation. And if you haven't yet, you may in the future. So again, I have a clip that I recorded about a month or so ago because I've been recording some vlog style videos like this just to get more comfortable talking about my feelings about things to you all. And I figured maybe I'll just show part of this clip because it kind of shows what I've been dealing with, and I am feeling particularly vulnerable in that clip. And I'm trying to fight the patriarchy too and show that it's okay for men to be vulnerable. And this is an exercise for myself to really embrace work out loud, be transparent and just get comfortable talking to you all and showing you the stuff I deal with as a business owner, instructional designer, content creator, a lot of different hats nowadays. So I'm going to turn it over to the clip. And for context, the clip starts off with me talking about how I noticed the instructional design community changing during COVID. Things started to change quite a bit. Things started to change during COVID, I would say, where the community was it seemed to be becoming a bit more disjointed. There started to be some negativity, I would say, about new people getting into the field, negativity about people offering boot camps and academies and paid support. And just a lot of frustration, I would say, from people who have maybe been in the field for longer and we're starting to have a harder time in the job market because of the influx of new people who were coming in with some really strong skills and solid portfolios. So there started to be that tension in the field. And I realized, again, once I started talking about money and kind of putting my foot down and saying, hey, if you're new to the field, you can land these competitive opportunities and you can build these valuable skills. You don't need a master's degree or years and years of experience. Once I kind of put my foot down in that camp, I kind of aligned myself with the teachers a bit more. And it seems like people who are in the field for longer, kind of put me, had that same set of judgments that they had about me of, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm new to the field. I don't have any experience, saying I've never even worked the job, or I got the job from my daddy's friends. Those are all my clients. So I've for years now, I've had to hear people say stuff like this about me. People say whatever they want. People comment on my looks, people comment on anything, but some of those comments have been hurtful. That's been like a mental health journey I'd say I've been on for the last 3 years that I haven't really talked about in my channel and life updates, because to be honest, it's a tough situation, right? It feels like if I talk about it, the people who are trolling me win in a sense. It feels like I'm I know people say this kind of stuff because they want to, tear people down a peg or get to you or whatever it is. So Yeah, I've been kind of keeping quiet about it and just dealing with it on my own, like in therapy, processing it with my wife, just trying to like, block the people who are saying this kind of stuff and just, get myself off of the online forums where some of the most vocal haters hang out, I would say. So yeah, that's something I've been dealing with this year too, is kind of taking a look again at some of those like anonymous online spaces and just seeing what people are saying about me and seeing people talk about how they like literally hate me. It's a lot. It's a very different community than the one that I was welcomed into when I first got into this field. Yeah, it's a lot of feelings, right? Like it feels like part of me feels guilty. Like, should I have been trying to have conversations with these people earlier to try to make amends to, did I say the wrong thing? Should I, I want to, this is how I feel, right? Like it's a lot. It's overwhelming. It's confusing. Yeah, there were people that I really respected and looked up to in this industry. And I knew that as I was putting myself out there on YouTube more, that I was going to get like some haters or some people who say rude things, right? Like all of the content creators and stuff that I followed who would have a lot of followers, sometimes their comments could be turning into a dark place. But I didn't really expect it to come from some of like the professional friendships and acquaintances I had. Like I didn't expect the negativity to be coming from some of those places. So that was hard initially, realizing that, oh yeah, like, we're not all the instructional design community now. Like people are kind of putting down stakes and doing a lot to try to discredit my program. Running paid ads where they talk about how, students come from Devlin Peck and do better things in their programs. So it just feels like it's gotten to this really like hostile place. And, that was part of the reason why I was feeling like kind of uncomfortable coming back into the limelight and coming back into doing videos and doing content. It's because I was in a pretty dark place with seeing some of the stuff people were saying about me, seeing some of the negative stuff they would say about our program and talk about, it's just like a lot of like misrepresentation, and it's just being put out there from people who want to put us down. And it's really upsetting. I'm like, do I go on there and try to like defend myself and share our stats and our numbers and graduate stories? Historically, I've always told my team when this kind of negativity comes up, I've always told them like, let's not focus on what they're doing and the stuff they're saying about us, and we don't have to respond to all of our competitors' criticisms, right? They're just trying to kind of like cast doubt on what we're doing. We need to focus on what it is that we're doing, which is helping instructional designers build their skills, land new opportunities. Let's focus on doing the good stuff, creating the content, doing the live events, working with people one-on-one. Let's just stay focused on doing what we're good at. And we're going to win. Positivity wins. That's one of our values, right? Like we got to stay positive. We got to focus on what people can do to succeed, not get caught up in, y'all are never going to succeed. You're never going to transition. There are no jobs. That's not true. And it's not helpful. So that's always been my approach. But then sometimes I'm just like, this is really upsetting. And it is upsetting too, when I see it's like almost an echo chamber of some people saying the negative stuff. I'm like, where are these hundreds and thousands of people that we helped? Like, why aren't people, kind of getting involved? And to be fair, if this is you, like, I don't want you to actually get involved. I don't want people to actually get into arguments with people that aren't really having these discussions in good faith and kind of already have a pretty solid stance on where they are with the industry and their alliances. But I really just hate that it's come down to that, right? Like, again, it's my own personal triggers and stuff around it, feeling like, oh, the industry hates me now. They're all saying these terrible things about me. There's that side of it. There's a side of it where I'm like, well, I have this amazing team who's doing a really good job, and people who complete our program are landing really, really good roles and have these really strong portfolios. So it's like, I know we're doing a good job. So that doesn't concern me, but then it's also like, it's like, what do I do about this? Right. Like I felt like I can't talk about it because it feels like it's like unprofessional to talk about competitors or, some of this animosity that's been going on. But at the same time, you know, a big part of my content has always been this transparency and working out loud. And so I feel paralyzed sometimes because I'm like, I want to talk about this stuff with the community and I want people to kind of know what I'm going through and where I'm at. And I know some of y'all might be going through similar things out there. But yeah, I felt kind of stuck with it as far as talking to the community about it. I mean, as I'm recording this, I don't even know if I'm going to post this. But you know, I've been kind of doing some vlogging like this for the past couple of weeks just to be more comfortable talking about these different hurtful things. If I post this, maybe I'll show a clip of where I was at with this a couple of weeks ago, trying to talk about it on camera. But yeah, I know I'm rambling, but I really like the positive aspects of the instructional design community. I really, I hope that there's a way that we can kind of rebuild some of these rifts and realize there is enough space for everyone to succeed in the instructional design space. This is a big growing industry. There are so many different skills that are valuable here. There are so many different boot camps and academies and master's programs and certificate programs. There doesn't need to be this animosity or this like, oh, you know, my program's better than theirs, or they're lying to you because they said that they can help you get a job. It's just like, I think we can move past that. I think we can realize like there's enough room for everyone. Everyone has a different perspective. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I've been working through. So yeah, that's a bit what I've been dealing with. You can see even in the end of that clip, it's like my plea. It's like, can we all be nice to each other? But I think where I'm really trying to get to is at a point where, yeah, people, you know, obviously not everyone's gonna be nice. People are gonna have their own takes. Some people think I'm like the devil or something. So yeah, people are entitled to their own opinions. I think my goal, at least as I see it right now, is to, be more comfortable talking about this stuff. Be more comfortable being vulnerable about some of those, bigger feelings, I guess, that come with being a business owner or a content creator. And trying to take down barriers that exist to me creating great content for you, because that's what this is really all about, right? Like I want to be creating the helpful learning content and instructional design content. And again, I've really been enjoying recording the working out loud content. So I don't know what kind of demand there is for that, but y'all seem to have been enjoying it and it's easier for me to record. And yeah, it's just me trying to just embrace being like a normal person, not this like superhero who has to like talk about their feelings in the perfect way and record things in the perfect way. So yeah, I'm just trying to get to the point, if y'all want to see that, where I can just press record and do a video like this. And yeah, not every video will be everyone's cup of tea, but that's kind of how I want to be as a content creator. I want to be comfortable just pressing record and trusting that we're still going to learn something cool together, without putting so much pressure on myself to be perfect. So that's where I'm at. Thank you for making it to the end. I look forward to hearing your perspective on this. If y'all think I should take this down immediately, please let me know. Shoot me an email, text me, be like, Devlin, take this down. And I'll appreciate you looking out for me. But I don't think it's too bad. We'll see. Thanks again. I will see you in the next video and have a good rest of your 2024.